Hi, this is John Wade, and this is a video about how I make our Wade Designs toggle clasps. Injecting wax into rubber molds that were made from masters that I created previously. The waxes are then assembled onto a central sprue. This part of it requires a steady hand. It's a little like playing operation. Then the assembly is fitted into the flask. Rubber sleeves are put on it so that the holes are plugged and it's ready for investing. This is the part where we get messy. This is called investment compound. It is mixed with water, then debubbleized in a vacuum chamber and poured over the assembly. Then the flask with the wax assembly inside and the investment on it is debubbleized 2 more times. The vacuum chamber pulls all the air out, causing the investment compound to boil. After the investment hardens, it is put into a kiln overnight where it heats to 1350 degrees. Then it cools back down to 900 degrees and I take it out the next morning and put it on a vacuum casting machine. I don't always look so grumpy, but it's early in the morning right now and I haven't had my coffee yet. The silver is melted in a melting furnace. It is then poured into the top of the mold. The vacuum from the vacuum casting machine pulls the metal into the mold. And yes, that's molten silver, not lava. It is at 1825 degrees. After the mold has cooled for 15 minutes, it's dropped into water where the investment breaks down and the rough castings can be removed. I apologize for the quality of the video right here. My camera person left me and I had to film this part by myself one-handed. Once all the investment is cleaned off, the rough castings can be removed from the central sprue. As you can see, the casting looks exactly like the wax models did. Then the rough castings can be sanded and finished. This is the boring part of the video. We cut a lot of this out. If you want to fast forward through this part, it isn't going to hurt my feelings. Many of you may own one of my toggle necklaces. What I'm hoping to show you is the many steps and details it takes to make one. If you don't have one of my toggle necklaces yet, see them at www.wadedesignsjewelry.com. Now on with the finishing. Bright cuts are done with a graver before the stones are set. There's not very many jewelers left who know how to do this. A seat is cut for the stone and then beads of metal are pushed over the edges of it to hold it in place. And now you can see why this is called bead and bright cut setting. The stones in the end of the toggle bar are flush mounted. First a seat is cut, the stone is put in place, and the metal is hammered down around the edge of it. I'm setting black spinels in this video, but there are many other stones that you can pick from. We do white sapphires the most. You can have whatever gemstone you'd like in your toggle. The toggle rings get engraved with several different patterns. This is the scroll pattern. You can also choose a rope pattern, wheat pattern, or leaf pattern. I also include my signature on each toggle ring. There are very few hand engravers left, and this part of the process cannot be done by a machine. And here is a selection of my finished toggle clasps, ready to have the beads or pearls strung on them. Peggy, our stringer, strings them with beads and pearls. This is John Wade of Wade Designs Jewelry. Call and make an appointment with me personally at 252-451-9270.